Hi, everyone. Hello, my fellow TBCians. Greetings from the Republic of South Africa. And today we are on the second day of September 2018. That means this year. And our time now, it's 14 past midnight AM South African time. And it's good to see all of you today. And good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. We have all these times in the world, and it's good to see all of you again today. And I should have connected with you yesterday, a few minutes ago, but I was just caught up in between day and night. So I was just at the tip of something, but it's in the morning. I'm still up, but of course, don't forget that I will still take my 8 hours. And it's good to see all of you again, guys. Those who are in the viewing side, also those who are on the top chat, welcome again. I greet you all. I see very interesting, I would say what is happening. It's so good. Our brothers, sisters, and all other TBCians, broadcasters, mainly are taking part, joining other fellows of ours around the globe. I saw Stephen Coffey was a guest in the Philippines today, and we are looking forward to see him in the Philippines soon. But one thing that I would like to tell my brother is that if you go to the Philippines and let's say you stay there for a week or whatever time that you have planned, when you leave the Philippines, you should have eaten something in the Philippines. If you didn't eat that thing, then you were not in the Philippines. I'll just give you the name. I'll type the name. The name is Balot. So if you're in the Philippines, they will ask you about it. That were you in the Philippines? Yes. Did you eat Balot? If you didn't, you were not there. I can't explain much, but you can find out by yourself why and why are they still consuming that in their diet, okay? But it's very good. Most of the Asian people, they consume that in their meals, and they ensure that they have tons and tons of ballots. Okay, they actually, what I'm trying to say, every house, they try to keep the stock of ballot. Okay. Anyway, thanks again, my brother Stephen Coffey from United States for being here with us, and we have Jacob Hart. Hi, brother. It's good to see you again from, I think, Canada. Yep. Okay. So we are currently on a distribution phase. Also, we are building our communities further with new members, of course, or new stakeholders. We can't stop because we have a mission to accomplish, and it has to be accomplished. With drifts along the road or not, but we are going to accomplish this mission, okay? All of us, okay? So, cash flow arrangements, cash flow programs are continuing. The question is, are you winning? That's the question. This is some of the things that we'll be discussing today, okay? And if you want to know about me, whether I'm winning or not, we will talk about that just towards the end of our live broadcast, okay? Sometimes I would love to be with you for more than 30 minutes or an hour, but I can't do that. I have to break it so that tomorrow we can have sufficient energy to come on board again and share more. That's how we build each other. Okay. Since you are all aware that a couple of weeks ago, we tried to adjust ourselves into the cash flow program, and it involves a lot within that program. Yes, we've already begun. It is working out, and we started with our sessions. We'll be having quite a number of sessions this coming week. It will be on the Thursdays in a week. It will be on Thursdays, also on Saturdays for those who are not available during the week. So we will utilize Saturdays. Well, that means at a minimum we have 2 sessions, but we are also planning to have 4 sessions in a week, okay? And of course, those sessions are not for free. Let us clarify that one. But I continuously see different approaches from the FB social side. Many, they're just doing it for charity. But of course, true leaders don't do that. And most of those who are doing it for charity, we haven't seen even one or even half of their live stream broadcast here. But that is not a problem. The thing is, I forewarned those who are following the non-broadcasters that should there be any complaints or something along the way, we are not there to help or to interfere with their dealings. They will have to deal with their own problems without involving us, because the people that will be helping are those who approached the right coaches, the right broadcasters, and the right leaders. Also, those who are already appointed to be a part of our leadership, okay? So we will also weigh that weighs the reality, what happened, what transpired, and then that's when we can decide that whether we should engage ourselves or not. We do have crisis along the way, but if people follow the right instructions, then we'll be in a position to intervene and try to help there and there, just like what we did with a number of orphans and others who were left astray, you know. So on that arrangement, yes, of course, we will intervene. But if the approach was anti-admin's arrangement, of course, we're not going to help. So those individuals will have to deal with their own mess, okay? So Yeah, just to add something on that, we still have others who are anti-admin. When the admin approaches or forward something to every member, they will say, no, we can do it better, or we can even do it for free. That is their own baby, not ours. Okay. We read quite a number of articles. I live streamed with my brother in the Philippines. I was also a guest to my Stephen Caffey's live stream, and Femi. There's quite a lot of them. Yeah, we discussed about these things that we need solid leaders to take this mission further. But there seemed to be a problem about that where with others, not all of us, of course, others are in a position to learn quite much from this education of TBC, because there is, of course, a lot. And the admin has forwarded more materials, okay, in the blog, and only few people are accessing that, not because there are restrictions for anyone to access that input or material, but it's because of others are not yet ready to make a change within our community, also globally, of course, right? Why I'm saying that, it's because before we were on board as the billion coin, right? Our mother, right? The first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, in 2009, it was introduced, but we know that in the somewhere in 2007, and then by the latest 2008, it was announced. I would love us and others to make note of these things that we're discussing, because they're very important. We can't just go over things or pass things while we see that to some people, these things are not actually, I'll find a word. They're not being constructed the right, in their minds or their way of thinking. Okay, we must first help them to reconstruct their minds and their way of thinking. Then it will be easier for their eyes to see the right direction. That's what I was trying to say. But I always try to use the simple terms, the simple language, not the bombastic words, because as soon as I get into that, there's going to be a problem and people won't learn anything. But let's try to simplify the language. Okay. And we can do that. Okay. Now, I was still on the BTC, Bitcoin. The announcement and the launch of it in 2009. Now, if I can ask you guys or anyone a question today that when Bitcoin was launched, okay, after it was launched, what came into other people's mind? Why was it launched? We should have asked ourselves that question, but only few of us asked that question, okay? Because if something is introduced, there should be a reason. Remember what our brother Randy is saying, reason behind the reason. Why was it launched? As soon as you start asking that question, it was going to be easy for those with questions to understand. To understand Bitcoin as the first cryptocurrency, we should have asked that. And when it was launched, the very same day, or the very, meaning there was some form of coincidence when it was launched. In the UK, someone from the state was about to bail out, some businesses. There was some form of a financial crisis. So someone in the UK was about to bail out some business or businesses. And at the same time, meaning same day, there was this message on the paper that this has been launched. Was that a coincidence or was that a plan? That is for you to find out, but I'm just giving you what transpired in 2009. And some of you, you know that. The reason behind the reason. Okay. It went on and on and on until Haynes sold his 10,000 Bitcoins to the merchant, pizza merchant. You know about the story, you go to Google, you type first Bitcoin purchase in Jacksonville, I think Florida, United States, and what happened in 2010 when Bitcoin skied high, not that high, but somewhere there was a movement, what happened, and that guy, the pizza merchant, multiplied his business. Currently, he's running a number of franchises around the United States. So that was a good testimony, the first purchase. Okay. Not forgetting other coins who came under Bitcoin. Some of them tried to duplicate Bitcoin, and as we know that the inventor or the creator was labeled as Satoshi Nakamoto, unknown. You know, so some of the coins I've already explained, they try to duplicate BTC, but some they tried to find another way of working with Bitcoin. Some are still struggling to find a way. Some, of course, they are almost there, you know, but the mother is still Bitcoin. There was a reason. If you have that reason, or meaning the understanding of that reason, I would like you to share that with us here. because we need to get into things. And once we get into things, it is going to help other communities around the globe to understand that why TBC was launched. I think we are together here. There was a reason for TBC to be launched, but I'm still on a Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? You can answer that, right? If you can answer that, then please interpret that to our newcomers in this world of TBC, Bitcoin, crypto world, cryptocurrency, whatever you may call it. Okay, do that. The world today, if you didn't know this one, the world today is bankrupt. The moguls, I'll type that, the spelling. Moguls of the world, yeah, talking about, I'll just mention a few, JP Morgans, and you name them, but I'll just pick up one now. They're bankrupt. They are bankrupt, yes. China is bankrupt. Russia is bankrupt. United States is bankrupt. And some parts of the world, they're bankrupt. We know that. You know why? Because the fiat currency did not represent us. If you are in the United States, someone is in Africa, another is in Asia, another is in where? Korea. The fiat currencies from day one, since they were launched to this day, did not serve or was not shared with us. You know that. Fiat currency was only representing the flags of that particular country. If I'm lying, let's share. And please share with us, guys. This is very important and it has to be shared. But if you say fiat currency did present us, please share with us something. I'm here. Many of us and some around the globe, ever since cryptocurrency was introduced to the world, beginning with Bitcoin, of course, it has made a very big difference. The difference was that Bitcoin machine was different from the TBC mission, but it did bring about change to some of us, and it's still doing that. Then what about TBC? TBC is just another currency, and now it's advancing more than Bitcoin. Yes, you won't see that if you're not doing what? Look at the heading of the day. Cash flow continues. Are you winning? If you're not winning, that means you're a loser. So you won't see that. And in order for one to understand and do that continuously and become a winner, then we have spoken about that on our previous live stream broadcast, and Randy spoke about it, Steven spoke about it, Femi, and so many more. We spoke about it on TBC Philippines live broadcast. That is the only way to get into this. by following those guidelines, the guidelines that we shared on the live stream broadcast, okay? And from the blog as well. If you don't follow those guidelines, never. I said, what's going to happen? Even if our number reaches 1 billion or over, you won't see anything, not even $100 in a year, because you're not following the instructions. I mean, those, not everyone, but I know some of you guys. You are on it, you're making a difference, you're helping our fellows around the globe, and thanks for that. I'm very proud of you guys. So, BTC, Bitcoin, fiat currency, between the two, another did not make any difference. It was only presenting the flag, and it's still doing that. What happens when the currency does that? Then there won't be peace in the world. There will be a continuous fraud. There will be diseases, deaths, disrespect in the world. And there won't be a balance, because, if there's no balance, everything will fall away. But if there is a balance, then the world will be different. Now, there was a question before I mentioned Bitcoin and fiat currency. The question was, why TBC, Bitcoin was launched? Okay. Then I've already explained a few things why strategy introduced it. Because it's decentralized, and everyone who is involved in it benefits. That's a fact. Even if you can take your $10, you can see now Bitcoin has some movements. And of course, if you have your $10 now, it's plus times something. There is a difference with a small movement, and you have access on that. But with fiat currency, you have to ask a permission from someone. Now, why was it launched? Let's get into that one. Because it's decentralized, and it's out of the control of the owners of fiat currency. I can put it that way, you can put it anyhow. And everyone in it benefits, of course. And you are in control, you are not independent. You are not independent, you are in control. Anytime, whenever you wanna peer-to-peer or transact it, it's there waiting for you. Now, some they're saying, I'm not ready to come and show my face live streaming for TBC here because I'm scared, Some are saying that. And we are moving on, right? I said the world is bankrupt. I mentioned one guy, JP Morgan, and others. You know them. Now, their concern now is how are they going to deal with that bankruptcy. They need much time, isn't it, to deal with that situation. They can't just ignore it. And while they are busy with that bankruptcy, right? We are busy advancing on the side. Yes, of course, we are advancing. When are they going to have time to come back and resolve us or deal with us or whatever plan they have? Do you think they've already started planning against the crypto world? If they've already started, maybe the scale is on a 0.003%. Maybe as soon as they start now with the first step or first movement, our progress, not in years, but our progress will be equivalent to 30 years plus. That's how I see it. I don't know about you. So there was a reason why Bitcoin was introduced, also launched. And there was a reason also for a cryptocurrency to be here, also global. Everything, there's a reason, okay? Everything that was introduced in this world, there was a reason. Right? And there is a reason why the Billion coin was introduced. And we still respect our mother, Bitcoin, okay? How many of us within TBC community have asked this question? Why was introduced? TBC, why was it introduced? Yes, some of us, we know, we understand why. Because it is destined to end poverty. You know that one, right? And to end poverty, it's a very huge task. It's not an easy task, and it's not a difficult task. But as soon as you follow the principles, then you'll understand it. In order to understand something, you have to go through that particular thing's manual. Even a car, you go through a manual, or you'll understand it. A phone or anything been about you. You do your scan check, and then the printer will tell you that, oh, you are different from this one, then you require these proteins. No, that one is an ectomorph or endomorph or mesomorph. We differ, right? Ecto, endo, whatever. So we're not the same, okay? But at the end of the day, our goal is one. So there is a reason for each and everything. Blaming, complaining about the things that some people do not know, it's not a wise move. You don't just wake up in the morning being frustrated or under financial constraints and then you start picking on people, attacking people, not knowing those people, not knowing their plans. Because people who are doing that, they never had any plan in their lives to this day. That is why they're still trapped in a scarcity mind. But if someone is trapped in a scarcity mind, and at the same time that person was approached about means and ways of getting out of that scarcity mind, and that person refuses to take an initiative of getting out of scarcity mind or poverty, and then that person is the failure, and he will be blamed because a solution was brought into his attention. But if someone was never approached about the solution, we will stand with that one and say, you know what, this person was never approached by the solution. But many people who are having these complaints are taking the solution was brought into their intentions and they did nothing about it. And they've contributed nothing to the Bitcoin world. They've contributed nothing to the billion coin, nothing. They're still applying what they brought them here. They were still on apply that and forgetting one thing, that whatever brought them here won't take them there. You know where we're heading, you and I, and all those who are focused around the globe. So we know who we are dealing with here, and we know how to respond accordingly. We know who to help, who not to help, and we know which which questions to answer, and we also know when and how to respond, and also when and how to do things when the time permits us. Okay. This is the billion coin. TBC, it's on a mission to end poverty globally, and everyone who is in a position to work with us, that person is welcomed. And we don't have genders here or nationalities. We are one family. Okay. Because last part one, we have picked up so many things. We have learned a lot that the opposers, they've taught us many things that, oh, what kind of members are we having within this community? And we have learned from them. And they were also given a chance to reconstruct themselves. And they were not phased out. No. But they were guided. They were given a chance to see this abundance, and because this abundance is already here, right? And well, of course, we will have millionaires and billionaires. We won't be on the same scale, but we will be out of poverty soon. Okay, and we will be together. We are going to do that. So the control has to be brought back to mankind. Okay, and in order for that to take place, we have to stand up and do something. It won't be easy. There will be oppositions, there will be other things and things that will be challenging us. It won't be an easy road, but there's going to be challenges. So whatever thing or whoever cannot break us, that one is making us strong. Remember on St. Martin's meeting, we shared something like that. There was never an easy road, because we know the reason, most of us, why we're here. And we can see where we are heading, irrespective of what other people claimed that there is a bank or something, you know, whatever. Oh, I think people must begin to listen attentively when some things are being said. Okay. And I think people should read with an understanding. If they don't understand, they should ask, so that when they go out there and give the presentation of the billion coin, they should give our communities the right thing. Those two things, we need to work on that. The scammers are out there and they're busy. Okay, they will come to you and introduce all form of things. Okay, they will introduce anything to you. As long as you're not reading, then you will definitely fall into those things of which we don't want you to fall into those things. Okay, now today and yesterday I received something from one concerned TBCians about like I'm saying to you, scammers will be out there to scam you. They will come and introduce some form of, I don't know whether I can see that. Yeah, they say criminal cash card. Can you see that? They'll come in, they'll just wake up in the morning and design something, a pamphlet there, and come to you and say, wow. Then they will come in many ways in order to get your wealth, okay, and leave you more poorer. So beware of those things. We know about those things. Even in Bitcoin, they tried those things, okay? So the question is that, why are they still using TBC materials or pieces in order for their businesses or whatever approach? Why are they using our pieces to blend their market or to market themselves? Because they don't have a plan, they don't have a solution of anything. They don't understand what is poverty. They don't understand what is scarcity, you know? So be careful. They're out there to get some of you. That card, it just came. Anyone can introduce any. They must introduce their own, not stealing our pieces and blending some things in order to scam our communities. So lastly, my TBC fellows around the globe, we have a stream of coaches, we have a stream of broadcasters, leaders, and those who will be coaching you to the right direction. So you're welcome to come and join us and work with us and follow the guidelines. We'll take you through. Wow, you'll be the best of the best. So we're here for you. Of course, it's not going to be free, but there's going to be a once-off, and you know about that. Okay, let's go on a top chat. Susan Hart, hi, it's good to see you again. And from Canada, hi. Let's see again. Okay, Susan was greeting Stephen. Okay, it's good to see you guys, and thanks. I just wanted to share much with you, but I think I will end here. Tomorrow is still another day, and we have a lot to share. We must talk about these things, because if we don't know why we are in the billion coin, then it's a problem. We have to know why it was launched. There is a reason for that, just like Bitcoin, okay? fiat currency, we've already discussed about that. These things are there, they are currently happening. And we have our affairs within the billion coin. So let us not despair. Let us move on. Let us ensure that this dream becomes fulfilled. And thanks again. The time now, it's 1 minute to 1 a.m. South African time. And to some, it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And it's the 2nd day of September 2018. And I'm looking forward to join you guys tomorrow. And it was good to see all of you today. And now I will be going offline. I still need my 8 hours. From the Republic of South Africa, guys, I love you all. Let's keep it there. Let us spread this message. Let us build our communities. Good things ahead of us. And let me go through another message again from Susan before we go off. She's saying, hope you have a wonderful weekend and may all of our dreams come true. Yes, our dreams are becoming true. Yeah. And thanks again, Susan Hart and everyone who's with us. I've already greeted you all. And bye. I love you all, guys. Bye for now. Cheers.